What up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sweaty Man. Anyways, today's episode, I'm gonna be giving you guys updates regarding my McLaren 2015 650S. So, as you guys know from previous video, I'm having battery issues, which I told you guys I'm gonna be replacing the battery. Which at first I thought the battery would be significantly cheap to replace. Well, cheap in a sense, like comparing to a regular car. So I was thinking like maybe $5, Canadian dollars to replace the battery. It ends out being a little bit, not a little bit, but like a lot more than $500 that I did anticipated. So obviously there's another problem that was having. So I had three problems with the car. Everything else is good. Everything else is good. So I have a problem with the fuel cap. That's a common thing with McLarens, especially in the 650s and obviously in the 600 LTs. So the 2014, or let me say 2015 to 2016. So those cars has problems. So like I mentioned in the last video, DDE, the McLaren 600 LT, also have that same problem where they have a tape on the fuel cap. So that needs to be fixed. And then I also do have problem with the instrument cluster, which I checked the McLaren forum, also checked the one on Facebook. A lot of people have that same thing happening to them as well. So I have to reprogram the instrument cluster, which is way cheaper, or significantly cheaper than replacing the entire instrument cluster, which that's a fortune to replace the entire instrument cluster. Which, knock on wood, I hope I don't have to do that, because to replace the entire instrument cluster, I believe it's about anywhere from between $8,000 to $10,000 to replace the entire instrument cluster. So that's a lot of money. But if obviously if you're watching this and you're looking about McLaren and stuff, I will never advise anybody to get a McLaren for the first supercar. I mean, I'm experiencing it now. I don't regret it. Definitely, this video is not about me regretting purchasing the car, but I wanted a McLaren. It's always been my dream car, so I fulfilled my dream and I know what it is now. But moving forward, I wouldn't advise anybody to get a McLaren as your first supercar, especially when it's cold. If you live in a warmer country or in a warmer state or province, let's say if I was living in, obviously I'm living in Canada, if I was living in British Columbia, which is like LA of the US, then I wouldn't have that many problems as I'm having. The reason why I'm having so much issues is because of the weather condition. We had the blizzard, and that's when everything just went to shambles. Everything just they're very sensitive in the cold weather. So if you're living in a warmer weather condition, then sure, you getting a McLaren as your first car? Absolutely not a bad idea. You enjoy it, it's great, it's warm, it likes the heat, so you're good. But in a cold weather, absolutely not. Disgusting. You're always gonna have a problem with your battery, even if you're charging the battery. But if you do make a mistake and don't charge the battery, that's when you're gonna have some major issues. So my advice to any future McLaren owners or current McLaren owners is always make sure you plug in your battery. Always make sure it's charged, and especially when it's cold, do not go outside if you see your battery is about 25%, the battery life, make sure you charge it. Don't take it out. It's gonna die on you. It's gonna go flat. It's just like an electric car, or probably even worse. So say no. When it's cold, don't take it out. Unless if it's 100% charge or fairly enough charge, then yeah, maybe take it out. But anyways, coming to the main topic of my battery. So Canada really sucks. Canada sucks when it comes to supercar, especially McLarens. Yeah, especially McLaren. Reason being, I can't find a used, or I can't find an aftermarket, battery to replace my current battery. I have the first gen battery, which McLaren stopped making those batteries. So my battery was put in 2014 because my car is a 2015. So obviously the car was produced in 2014 and it came out in 2015. So that being said, I still have the original battery that came with the car. So I mean, for what it is, normally battery life is always about maybe 4 to 5 years, then you get a good battery life. But I mean, I can't really knock on the car for not having the battery dying right now, but it's sad. But it's time to like kind of replace the battery. If I'm being honest, that's something that I should ask the dealer before getting the car. Future buyers, ask your dealer about the battery. So if you're getting an older car, make sure you ask them about the battery, if the battery was replaced or what's the condition with the battery. Always check, and you can probably negotiate a deal based on the battery, because battery life, and you want to also know how much it's going to cost to replace that battery. So that being said, McLaren stopped making the Gen 1 battery, and I believe they stopped making the Gen 2 battery as well. So if I want to replace this battery, I have to replace it with a Gen 3, which is a newer battery. It's a Gen 3. And not only just replacing the battery, it's so freaking complicated. You have to get a kit as well. And you have to get another kit that comes with like fuse box, wiring. So you have to worry about the electrical stuff before you even replace that battery. So it's not just a battery that they bring it to you and then boom, take it out, put in a new one, and boom, done. Nah, you have to pretty much get the entire kit. And in Canada, or let me say here in Toronto, I couldn't find a used battery, and my only option is to go to the dealer and get them to fix my battery or to give me the new battery, which is a Gen 3 battery. Listen to this. They quoted me, well, not me, the mechanic that I was talking with. So I talked with two people. The one that tuned my car, he gave me a quote, and I was talking to this other guy, like a tech from McLaren. This guy told me for the battery, just the battery itself is $6,000, so $6,000 for a freaking battery. $6,000 for a freaking battery, and that doesn't even include labor, or that doesn't even include the kit. Then my mechanic that tuned my car, he came back, hit me with a quote about $7,200, so about $7,200. That includes the kit and that includes the battery, but you still have to pay taxes, plus you still have to pay the labor fee. So it's gonna pretty much cost me about anywhere from between $7,500 to let's say $7,800 to get a Gen 3 battery put in that car, and obviously with all the kit and all that stuff. For a freaking battery? Are you kidding me? For a battery? Like, what? Is it made out of gold? Like, this is the problem that I'm having with freaking McLaren, or with British cars in general. Like, I kind of have a bad taste just because, like, with all the complication and all this stuff, like, you can outsource an aftermarket part. You have to pretty much get the OEM part. And now, here's the funny part. Let's say I decide to go cheap out and just get a regular battery, like off the shelf. Alright, boom, I'll install that, no problem. Here comes the problem now. You can't drive the car. You can drive the car, but you have to follow all the security measures in order for you to drive the car. Meaning, if you're not fastening your seatbelt, you can't put the car in drive. Your windows are going to roll down. This is based on the forum that I've been reading, and I've asked around, and everybody's kind of saying the same thing. If you wanted those, yeah, leave it down in the comment below. So you can't drive the car if you're not fastening your seatbelt. Like, if you don't mind all that trouble, and it's gonna be a lot of electrical problems, electronical problems as well, that you're gonna be facing, based on the fact that you just take a shove battery and put it in the McLaren. That's also gonna increase the weight of the car. So you're gonna you're gonna be feeling the weight while you're driving in the front of the car. Is that a good thing? Maybe, because the car is a rear-wheel drive, so you have that extra weight in the front to kind of keep it in balance. So it's good for the track to kind of, but obviously not many people are taking your car to the track, so it's just an extra weight there for no reason. So you're gonna, if you don't mind facing that kind of problem, sure, take a battery from the shop, put it in, but guarantee you down the line you're gonna regret it, because it's gonna mess up a lot of electrical stuff with your car. Absolutely, you're gonna even pay more than what you're supposed to pay initially for being cheap. So these kind of cars, you can't go cheap. You have to either replace it with the OEM or like a used part, but you can't go aftermarket or try to like, cheap out on anything. Absolutely not. You're gonna ruin your car. So that being said, they gave me that quote, 1700. I'm like, fuck that. I ain't gonna do that. So the only place I could get a battery right now as we speak is from the States. And this is why I'm like, yo, Viva America for real. Like, if I have enough funds, absolutely I'm gonna move to the States, yo. You'll have way more shit out there than freaking Canada. Canada is boring as hell. We ain't got shit, nothing. Fuck off. It's so fucking annoying. Alright, so I had two people that I contact. One person reached out to me because I was on the group, and this one person reached out to me saying that they have a used battery, same 2014, and they giving me six months warranty on that battery, so which is good. And then the other guy kind of similar. So this one is a Gen 1, so pretty much a replacement of my battery. Now the problem is shipping that battery to Canada. That's another issue. But so far, once the video comes out, so far I can ship it. Well, I mean, I'll pay for the shipping and stuff. They said they'll be able to ship it to Canada or ship it to my address. All right. The other guy couldn't. He suggested me to pretty much go over the border to go get the battery, but I can't. You need to be fully vaccinated in order for you to cross the border. I am fully vaccinated, so I can't do that. Or either find somebody to do it, which that's another problem right there. So find another guy, which he reached out to me, so kind of sorted out the shipping issue. He's from Texas, so shout out to him still. I think it's JP Euro. If you guys know what JP Euro, that's from Texas. Leave it down in the comment below, so you'll be the one shipping out the battery to me. And so I had two prices. I had one for $12.50 and I had one for $12.80. So pretty much JP Euro, I got it for $12.50 USD. Taxes and shipping, it came out to be 1642 something around those lines. So about not 16,000, but like 1,600 and some change. Let's just say 1,700. Alright, let's just say 1,700. Actually, 1,650. Let's just say that. USD plus shipping. So it came out to be about 21 and some change. So 2,100 and some change Canadian to get everything shipped out to me with a 6 months warranty. So I found that option, so that's what I'm going to be going with. I was told it should be here within 2 to 3 business days. So let's see. I'll keep you guys posted once I receive the battery and stuff. But yeah, if you guys have any other, suggestion, whatever, in regards of my car, which once I finish fixing this, I'm going to be selling the car. So if you guys know anyone that's interested in it, let me know. You can DM me, X_Sweetyman on Instagram, send me DM, and we can work a deal, whatever it is. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode, and if it help you or the future buyers of a McLaren or the current owner of McLarens, let me know your complaints down in the comment below. Alright, that being said, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram. Alright, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Yeah.